Welcome to the 30-minute Forever in Motion Express class. My name is Crystal and I'll be taking us through this journey, but we're also going to use a level up resistance band. Focus on heavy resistance training today. So I encourage you to grab a resistance band that's a little bit more strong than what you usually use. Make sure you have a chair nearby for balance and stability. And make sure you've got a water bottle handy, taking hydration breaks whenever you need. Marching with our tall posture, considering the ABCs of posture. Bringing your abdominals in, navel to spine, tucking your bum under, tailbone in. Thinking about your chest, lifting up the heart to the sky, and tucking your chin back slightly. Heading into a wide base jog, marching it out with strong, intentional force for 10, 9, 8, narrow it up, 3, 2, 1, finding tall posture again, arms and legs moving in opposite tone, 3, 2, 1, step touch side to side, no tap side to side. Adding the arms as you feel ready. So why are we doing a little bit of extra resistance today? There is some research going on about decreasing the amount of reps that we do, but increasing the weight that we use. And I'm going to try and provide a bit of education on the benefits of that while we're doing our workout today. Moving into heel digs coming up in 3, 2, 1. So the benefits of the resistance training, it helps with bone density. As we know, strength training is important for building bone density. Reduction of the risk of falls because we're building greater muscle mass. And today we're going to incorporate balance and strength, try to get the most of our time together. It also helps with chronic conditions, diabetes, maintaining blood sugars, maintaining our blood pressures. So lots of research showing that there's benefits to doing higher resistance training. Tapping our toes back in 3, 2, 1. Let's row those arms back as well. So the purpose of this first 5 minutes is to get the blood flowing. I encourage you to work at your own pace, but make sure that you are trying to get that heart rate up a little bit, just starting off with intentional movement here. So making sure also that we're thinking about what to do after class, proper nutrition, proper hydration, and a little bit of honoring what we've done, mentally patting ourselves on the back at the end of class today. I hope that's what you do. All right, team, marching it out, finding the ABCs of posture. Roll those shoulders back. Take a few nice deep breaths. Slow the legs down just a little bit. And grab a drink of water. We'll move into our resistance interval next. Again, grabbing a band that's a little bit heavier than what you would usually use. We'll start off with a back squeeze, having your elbows at your sides. Squeeze the upper back muscles on the exhale. Maintain the ABCs of posture as we discussed. Move slow and controlled. And we're only going for about 7 reps here today because you've grabbed a band that is a little bit more challenging for you. Crisscross hands in front. Again, bringing the elbows up slightly. Find your tall posture Exhale and pull the bands apart, squeezing your chest muscles. 3. On 4, we'll switch which hand is on top. Pay attention. Reverse the hand position. Exhale and squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Great. Moving into sit to stands, this is such a functional exercise and so important. So come to the front of your chair. Option to have your hands reaching back for the armrests or hands across your chest to make it a full leg strengthening exercise. Consider your feet position, slowly sitting down and come on up. We are only touching down gently and then coming back up into the stand. Again, moving through about 7 reps because we are on a 30-minute express circuit. Our next challenge will be through a cardio interval. Have a drink of water if you wish. And then preparing for this cardio interval, high knees, hands to opposite knee. So what pace are you looking for today? You can make it quick. You can go slow. Listen to your body, but we are going to be moving quickly through these exercises. If at any time you wish to pause the video, maybe take a little bit of extra time in between, give yourself what you need, that's okay. Shoulders are back as we lift those knees high for 3, 2, moving into hamstring curls next. Maybe we can touch hand to heel, maybe we can't. Either way, we are working the muscles on the back body as we work through extension, tall posture, and cardio. Four, 3, 2, and heading back into our strength component. So tucking the band underneath our feet. I'm going to actually use one side of the band. Finding tall posture. Palm is facing down. We're going to keep this arm straight and shoulder flexion lifting up to 90 degrees for 7, 6, 5. Stay aligned. Navel to spine. 2. Our next exercise will be shoulder abduction. So now taking palm facing forward, lifting arm to 90 degrees. Exhale on the exertion. I think 2 more. Are you using a band that's heavy in resistance? Switching to the other side. Shoulder flexion to begin. Finding tall posture, palm is down. And of course, feel welcome to change how much band you have. I'm going to tighten this up. Two more. And then out to the side. Shoulder abduction, posture tall. So this circuit might help improve our endurance, improve our functional abilities. And of course, strengthen our muscles. Heading back into a cardio interval team, jogging on the spot. So challenging ourselves with this cardio interval to go at a pace that gives us a good cardio workout, maybe picking it up a little bit. And our next move will go back into the lateral motions for 3, 2, 1. Step touch side to side. Challenge, pick up the pace, moving a little bit faster, tap, tap. Move those arms. Then slowing it down, but increasing your range of motion. Knees step high, side to side. Forever in Motion often discusses the importance of the upper back exercises. So when we resume our strength, we're going to do a bent over row to make sure that we're working that upper back and enabling ourselves to have the best posture possible. One more high knee side step. Have a drink of water. And prepare for that standing upright row. Placing the band under the feet. I'm going to anchor it around a couple times and enter into a bit of a squat position. Then bringing elbows back behind, keeping my wrists neutral, squeezing my upper back muscles. 3, again, going for about 7, but this number is up to you. Maybe one more for good measure. Triceps are next. We'll throw the band over one shoulder, take opposite hand, reach it across the body. Free hand comes at rib cage height. When you're ready, exhale, straighten the arm. One more makes 7. We'll toss the band over the other shoulder. Open up, take a breath. Grip at shoulder height. Free hand comes towards rib cage. Exhale and pull. It's so easy for us to get in our habits, tending to use the same level of resistance band week after week. Please take this opportunity as a reminder to consider getting a level up resistance band, challenging yourself. Beautiful. Easy march on the spot. Lateral movements with a modified jumping jack, but we're not jumping. We're simply tapping toes to the side, reaching arms long. Moving a little bit slower, we've kind of reached the peak of cardio mountain and we're coming down from that in this moment. Always being mindful of our posture. And this next time when we move back into some strength, let's incorporate a little bit of balance. What about a single leg stand with a bicep curl? So placing band underneath one foot, you can see, yes. Lifting the other leg up, high knee, palms facing the front, elbows tucked in, and draw those hands towards shoulders. Now, if you need to touch down, that's okay. Heel can rest just hovered above the ground or rest right on the ground. And we're going to do that in half, stepping on the band with your other foot, and then raise heel towards bum. Again, position those elbows at your sides, palms facing up. If this is too much for the biceps, you could do reciprocating as well. Do you feel a little wobble in that standing leg? That's a good sign. Way to go. That is a lot going on. Pat yourself on the back, mentally or physically. Have a drink of water. And we'll continue with some more balance exercises. Ensure that your chair is close by. Take a semi-tandem stand, but wide stance here. Stagger those legs. So the closer the instep of your feet are, the narrower the base of support, the more challenging this exercise is. So find a position that is comfortable for you. Then weight shift into that forward leg and weight shift into the back leg, lifting toes up on the front foot. So a little bit of dynamic balance. If after the first couple you're like, oh, I think I could narrow that base of support up, feel welcome. Make sure you're drawing in the challenge that is right for you. If you have your left leg forward, invite the opposite arm, right arm up, reach, and come back to neutral. 2 more. Core muscles engaged, being mindful of each movement, and repeat with the other leg forward. Find tall posture, weight shift into the front leg, weight shift into the back leg, draw those toes up. And when you're ready, if you're ready, add a little bit of a gentle reach. Now we'll incorporate this balance portion with a little bit of a stretch. So weight shifting onto one side, weight shift onto the other, and see if you can feel just a little bit of release with those inner thigh muscles. Chair is here. Be mindful of what your knee is doing. The research is changing as far as knees over toes a little bit, not that we want to put too much stress though. So being really aware of how your knees feel while you weight shift side to side. Heading more deeply and purposefully into our stretch components. So again, taking that staggered stance, but this time we'll keep our back heel down. Front knee is going to be bent, And I'd love it if we could feel a stretch in that calf muscle of the back leg. Hanging onto your chair for balance and support, or option to bring your hands behind, open up the chest, and breathe deep, about 3 beautiful deep breaths, keeping the neck aligned. Bringing hands back to the chair, and let's repeat, stepping other leg back. Heel comes down, front knee is bent. Feel the back calf, get that stretch. Make sure you've got your tailbone tucked under. When you feel aligned, consider drawing arms back to open the chest as well. Beautiful. Keeping the chair in front, we're going to lift front toes up. Maybe place your hand on that back bent knee and feel a stretch in the hamstring of that forward leg. Be mindful of the back. Keep your gaze over the horizon. Drawing yourself up tall, repeating on the other side. So while this video was very brief, I hope you found it an opportunity to challenge yourself. Rotate thumbs down, and then rotate thumbs up. By using a heavier resistance band, and by using a bit of circuit training, sometimes we don't need to have a very lengthy exercise to make it thorough. Hugging yourself, patting yourself on the back. We'll extend one arm up. Take a few nice deep breaths here. Entering into a tricep stretch next. Hand can come back behind the head. You can give a little extra like this, or if your shoulders do not like this, you can always bring your hand around this way, as long as you're feeling a stretch on the back of the arm. So again, it can look like this, it can look like this, or it can look like this. And know that it might not be the same on each side. So drawing one arm up, taking a few deep breaths, and doing a reassessment to see how should I best stretch this tricep. Option again is to bring arm around, guiding it with that free hand. Beautiful. Shoulder rolls, neck stretch next, ear to shoulder. Breathe deep. And ear to shoulder, other side. So I want to take this opportunity to say thank you for tuning in. I hope that you found this express routine purposeful and valuable. And please feel welcome to check out all of the videos in our amazing collection of Forever in Motion videos. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day.